How many of you know that Jesus was once a human being who walked on earth? Raise your hand if you know. Jesus was once standing as I am standing now. Jesus had a skin color when he was living. Jesus had relatives when he was living. Jesus had a hometown. He had a hometown called Nazareth. Jesus had a mother and a father, like you and I. Jesus had friends like Lazarus. Lazarus was a close friend of Jesus. Jesus had moments where he cried, like you. So this is a consolation to some of you who cry and feel like you are weak for crying. Even Jesus cried. Amen. Amen. Jesus had a birth date. He had a day he was given birth to, and he also had a death date. History tells us that Jesus was born between 6th BC and 4th BC, and then he died between AD 30 and AD 33. That's about 2,000 years ago. So now the question is, what makes this Jesus different from you? So the first thing is that Jesus was the only human being that ever walked the earth and was not conceived by a human being. If you don't understand the meaning of conception, what I just said might not really make sense to you. Conception means to start. To conceive something means to begin something. To start something. Alright? So if I want to conceive amala, I need hot water. Conceiving means the process, what comes together to make an end product. So if I want to make amala, the conception of amala is hot water and cassava flour. Alright? So if the two of them come together, and if you allow time to take its place and other processes, you will have an end product of amala. If you want to conceive fried plantain, you need hot oil, and then you need ripe plantain. Are you getting the idea of conception? Now, conception is how we start something. Alright? So when I said Jesus was the only human being who was not conceived by another human being, because normally to conceive a human being, you need the seed of a man and the egg of a woman. It's when the two of them come together that the process of a child begins. That's what conception means. Jesus was the only man who came without the seed of a man. There is no other prophet who ever lived. There is no other religious leader who ever lived who did not come through a father and a mother. Someone should open to Isaiah chapter 7 verse 17. I want you to see that there was no manipulation or the coming together of a man, and it had been prophesied 700 years before Jesus was given birth to by prophet Isaiah, who is in Isaiah chapter 7 verse Isaiah 7 14. Please listen carefully. There's something I'm driving at. The Lord himself, wait, listen. The Lord himself will give you the sign. Continue. Look, the virgin will conceive a child. She'll give birth to a son. We will call him Emmanuel. Listen to me. There had been signs before Jesus came that God gave through other men. Do you know that the birth of Samson was by the knowledge of God? The birth of many prophets, before you were conceived, I knew you, and I ordained you as a prophet. So God knows about the coming of many other prophets. Even John the Baptist, his birth was by the knowledge of God. But this one says that the Lord himself now will give the sign. The Lord is not sending man to give. If the Lord says, I want to give you a sign, I want to raise a leader in Israel, his name will be Samson. God did not say, myself, I will impregnate the woman. He said, I will use the husband and the wife. I will now anoint you as a prophet. It was not like that for Jesus. Read it again. All right. The Lord himself will give the sign.